Thank you for joining me. We are going to be doing a poinsettia card, one layer card. We're going to be using a lot of cardstock here. This is extra thick gold card and the Tim Holtz wood embossing folder with his inks and an applicator. And here's the Obsession Impression dies that we're going to use, and they're just beautiful. Elizabeth Craft dies, the Poinsettia die, and the CC Designs leaves. So what I'm going to do here is, this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white cardstock. It's wonderfully thick, and I'm using antique linen, and I am going through just across the top of my sheet here. And you really don't have to have it perfect, because we are going to put this in to the embossing folder. And there I just popped in just for a minute. We're going to be using clear embossing powder. So I love this technique because it's an indented emboss, and I'll show you exactly how we do that. It gives you a realistic look of a tree bark, and I use this all the time for doing tree bark and cards. And I was inspired by the Classroom over on Ellen Hudson. They're doing 12 tags of Christmas. Well, I'm going to follow the 12 tags, but instead I am going to case them as cards, and I will put everything on my blog. So here you're going to take your embossing folder, and you're going to find the part that is sticking up here. It is the part that has the Tim Holtz written on it. Put all of your white, this is Stampin' Up! White ink, and I'm putting it on very well. And then I'm going to put my cardstock with the brown ink down like this, and then I'm going to run it through my Vagabond, and it's going to push the white ink into the negative space. So right down in under, and it's going to look beautiful. I'll show you why we do that in just a minute, and it's so easy peasy. So when you take this out, see how you get the bark on the upper portion, but you get kind of like the white bark underneath. And I think that looks really pretty, but we're not going to leave it there. You can take your white ink, my Stampin' Up! Ink, isn't that beautiful? And you're going to run it across the tops, but you're just going to do it, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, drag it a little bit, so you can see some of the brown, but yet some of the white. And then we are going to heat set it with the clear embossing powder, and it is going to look like genuine bark. So after this, we are going to take it, doesn't that look pretty? And the lighter is on the negative space and the darker is on the top. So just add your clear embossing powder, and then we will heat set that. And it gets an amazing look to it, and it's really pretty. And I decided today to do a 1 layer card, and I think it still remains 1 layer, even if you do put that extra layer on top, doesn't it? Can I say an extra 1 layer card? But anyway, this is my 1 layer card. So here we go. We have the bark, and we're going to work with that after I set the card base. It's 140-pound cardstock, 11 inches long, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2 there. And we are going to have, and take my Teflon bone folder. Oh, you've got to have that, and see how it fits perfect. And now we're going to move along to all of our dies. Oh man, I got out I like to do piles of little wee, each little pile has its own colored leaf. So as you can see, I took out all those dies, which I will put on my blog, the numbers for you, because some of them are from different companies. And this is a really, really thick gold card stock, almost like a Bristol board. It's beautiful. It has a flat gold that I really like. And there I'm just showing you those little chestnuts, or how they have the nice emboss on them. And I worked away. I didn't film it all for you to bore you to death watching me cut all of that out, but I did get a significant pile of different leaves for poinsettias, and for that one die. I really love that Impression Obsession die. It is the bells that hang, the bulbs. It's die 353-YY, and you'll see that one in just a minute. And I cut out, there it is right there. Isn't that gorgeous? I cut one out in the gold and one out in the Stampin' Up! Red. And it's just beautiful. You get the filigree right there. And the only thing that took up a bit of time, which wasn't really a lot, was the punching out and the die cutting. And once you have all that set out, I could have made about 5 cards with that. But I wanted to stop at, this amount and show you that I can do a 1-layer card. This is the most simple card to do, I'm telling you. If you have these dies or something close to it, you will love doing this. It's quick and easy. And now I'm taking the guts out of this one bell. I think it's a bell, or it's a hanging ornament. Maybe it's a hanging ornament. And I took a gold and a green one of these leaves, and that one is die 021-N, and it's like a all-in-one fern leaf. I did one in dark green and one in the green. It's so pretty. So now I clean up, and I'm bringing my piece of bark, and we're going to figure out, do I want the gold on top of the red or the red on top of the gold? So I decided, because I took my multi-medium glue and a Q-tip, because if you notice, all of the centers of these are die cut out, so you have to quickly put some glue on it so that they stay together. And then in the gold one, I'm just adding some beacon glue, my famous beacon glue. Now I'll put a ton of beacon glue because it dries just like glossy accents. And I took the guts out of the gold, and I'm putting it on top of the red that already has the guts maintained inside. I didn't take those out, but I did glue the back. And now comes the design on how I want those beautiful round ornaments hanging, and I want the filigree. So I went with the greens and the red and the gold, and just loved it on the bark. So I'm totally just going from Adam, just guessing at where the things should be. But I always wanted the gold to lay alongside the red. And you'll notice that when I put these ornaments down. So this one I decided to do the red on the bottom as well, and I cover it with the beacon glue on the top. And then when I cover it, there it goes, because it's going to dry like glossy accents, and put the shine inside the dull gold, if that makes any sense. So here I'm pushing out the guts, and we are going to put it right over top, on top of that beacon glue. But the string is going to be right alongside perfectly on the red. Now I'm adding some beacon glue, aka glossy accents, but 3 times less expensive. And now I'm making up my poinsettias out of gold and out of red. I take the guts out of some, and some I don't, and then I add the leaves alongside them. All 6 colors. I go right around. All 6 are a different color, and then I put the top on where I folded it. It's so pretty. And then these are my little, I guess they're acorns that I'm situating there. There's a lot of gold, like the leaves that were the centers of the poinsettia, I took out of that beautiful die cut, and I'm adding them on the outside of every leaf that doesn't have anything on the inside there. And you can just pretty well do whatever design looks good to you. I thought this would be nice with the hot glue to hold everything down once I put the red part there. And now I'm putting another, these are all gold, I'm putting another outside part, that has no center of the poinsettia. And now I'm adding 6 or 7 of the gold circles inside the poinsettia there with the beacon glue. And I think the red and the gold here, you have to admit, on that bark, looks gorgeous. It just looks so classy, yet woodsy. A classy woodsy card. Isn't it pretty? Yes, so much fun doing this. And so I'm just studying to see where I'm going to put my stuff. I have those little gold acorns, and I'm putting a Stampin' Up! Dimensional on there so that each one of these little pieces has some type of dimension. Now I'm grabbing the outer part of the poinsettia over there, the red, and I decided to go the gold on the bottom with the guts in, taking my beacon glue and adding the red, taking all the guts out and putting it over top so that the gold shines through. This set is absolutely gorgeous. I love this set, and that one is the die 353-YY, and it's beautiful. And now we have the 3 ornaments hanging, and they come separately, which is beautiful. All of those come, they're not attached. So here I'm adding some gold and some more red. I love the way that the die cuts it just with a little thin edging around the poinsettia. It's so pretty. And now I'm adding red circles, little teensy weensy red circles in the middle, and some beacon glue so that it shines when it dries. So pretty. I really love this card, don't you? There we go. Now I'm going to take my clean and simple card. I don't want to get it messy, so I have it on top of that gold piece of cardboard. And I'm taking that beautiful fern, and that is die 021-N, and it's so pretty. I did the texture of the gold because it's thicker, and I did the thinner green, and don't they look pretty for an inside of the card just hanging? And I took just one piece of the poinsettia flower, and I'm putting it on the top to hang. They almost look like fern feathers, don't they? And then I took 6 little circles on the inside gold, and then I put the beacon glue over top of that, and this is the inside of my clean and simple card. Yes, so proud of myself. Now I have to put my double-sided tape, you know, that honkin' big roll of tape. I'm going to put that on the back to raise it up, and my clean and simple card is finished. Yes, and I had fun, and it didn't take me any time at all. And I make sure you go on the link over at Ellen Hudson so that you can see Kitty's. I did another cased card of hers in another video, but this is her tag, that similar. It's not identical. Now we're going to take my clean and simple card, and we're going to do the inside with this beautiful Hero Arts Merry Christmas. I love the beautiful font on this. So instead of putting it on the outside there, I decided to do it on the inside where these beautiful ferns hang with the poinsettia. I got it nice and even, put my acrylic block on there, added some Versamark because I am going to use my ultra fine Hero Arts embossing gold powder, and I'm just setting it down and rocking it just a little bit, and then adding the wonderful gold on there. It's so pretty. It is a light gold, and it matches that gold cardstock right there, the cardboard thicker. Here it is on here, and I just take a little bit off, the few dots on there with my paintbrush, and we are all set to see it. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I just love it, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for my card. I love clean and simple cards, and now I know I can do them. This was quite simple and easy and pretty all in one. I like the wood grain behind it. So thank you for subscribing to everybody, and thank you for leaving your wonderful comments. Have a blessed week.